We've been living through an unprecedented real estate market in the last couple of years. Prices are historically higher than they've been. Even as interest rates go up, the supply is still so low that buyers are fighting over houses. And if you're sitting on a bunch of investment properties and wondering if it's time to cash out, this could very well be the time, but it depends on your situation. There's a saying in real estate, and it's, don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. If you've done your waiting and you've had investment properties for quite a while, the first thing to ask yourself is, what's your next phase? Are you nearing retirement? Is it time to consolidate and cash out? If it is, I'd say this market is ripe with opportunity for you to get the most equity out of the properties you've purchased. And ultimately, it always comes back to the numbers, and the numbers don't lie. Crunch the numbers. What's the cash flow versus upcoming maintenance costs? If all of your properties are going to need a new roof in the next 5 years and you want to retire in the next 2 to 3, maybe it's a good time to look at offloading some of those properties before you have to dump a bunch of money into them. And when you're looking at those numbers, figure out what can you sell your house for? And if you sell and owe money on any of these properties, what are you going to net at the end of the day? Depending upon how much equity you have in the houses may determine whether you want to hold off and build up some more equity, or maybe even pass these properties on to the next generation. But if you are looking to cash out, the equity from those homes should be accounted for, and you should definitely call your CPA to make sure you're doing it in the best way possible. If the timing and numbers are matching up, I would encourage you to strike while the iron is hot. Real estate prices are up. Inventory is still ridiculously low, but as interest rates rise, there's gonna come a point where something has to give. So if you're considering a change soon, capitalize on this seller's market and sell, sell, sell. And depending upon how many properties you own, it may mean that you only sell some. Maybe you offload your entire portfolio, or maybe you just piece together which properties need to go. Another factor to consider is the location of your properties. If you have properties that are local to where you live and easier to manage, maybe you hold on to those longer, but you start to offload the properties out of state and out of area because it's becoming too much to manage as you age. I think it's a great time to sell your properties. And if you're looking to cash out your investments, this market is ripe with opportunity. But that's only if the timing is right for you. Real estate is not one size fits all. You've got to assess what's right for you and when it's the right time. But if you're deciding you want to offload some properties but still have some with tenants inside, fear not. I've got a great video on how you can sell your property even if there's still tenants. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate. See you next time.